What is going on, Goon Squad? Stand up. It's another Friday night for the Infinity Equation podcast. We are back. I am feeling better. I am feeling more hype. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I can feel it coming in the. Can't sing the rest of it because I might get demonetized. Hey! What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a great Friday. Hope you had a great week. Hope you had a great weekend. And new weekend is upon us. And I hope you have a great new one as well. But as always, I am here with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Disavow, aka Tim. How you doing?
Dante, what goes on? So happy to be here again tonight. Definitely leaned hard into the spooky season for the last 4 weeks. Last week, we culminated the entire spooky season time with one more trip to the local haunted Dorney Park. So we were out there on Friday evening, but happy to be back this week. Now that we've transitioned to the next holiday, Christmas. Wait, I'm sorry. Thanksgiving.
No, you're right. We have transitioned to Christmas already because November 1st, two gentlemen who are sitting in the lab have seen the red sirens go off, have hit the button and opened the gates. And cryo freezing sitting there. And that cryo freezing sit there was Mariah Carey. And they unthawed her and she's ready to go. It is time. Once again, we are in that Mariah Carey season. It's not even Christmas season, it's just Mariah Carey season.
They popped in a couple of Duracell batteries, and she's ready to keep going and going and going until January 1st.
I was going to say something else different, but I don't know how I would get probably crucified for saying what I would say. But it's like a horror movie. We need young women to feed us. Need more. I need more. That's all. So, folks, hope you all are doing well. Tim, let's see who's in chat before we get into anything.
Yeah, let's check in, everybody. If you're checking out this live stream for the first time and you're new, considering that subscribe button, hit that like, helps out a whole lot. We're here every Friday, pretty much hanging out at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking toys, talking action figures, just talking nonsense, having fun as a group. So far here in the evening, we do have Mark Rose. He says, "What's up?" Dom Mercucciano is here. I think we'll be seeing him pretty soon, Dante, hopefully, right?
Yes.
Looking forward to that. Johnny Stratos is here. He says, "Hey, happy Friday. Hope you're all doing good. Great to be here. Glad you're here, man." Stryden is here. Bart, what's going on? Bart's here to stir up some trouble. Pokey87. Payne's Toy Samples. What goes on, Payne's? Robert Diaz. Greg Feinstead is here. Greg's here. Greg is in the house.
Greg never takes any Fridays off.
Guess who's back? Greg's back again. The Canuck is here. Dante, hail, brother. IG, hail, brother. Hail, everyone else. Pains, we mentioned already. Stryden is here. Four Feathers, what goes on, man? Robert Diaz is here as well. And I think we're caught up on everybody so far.
Nice. Well, welcome, everybody. If you are here and haven't said anything in comment, just say hi. Don't feel shy. Say hello. How you doing? Welcome. Enjoy.
We're just some guys.
But first things first.
Figures.
Exactly. So first thing first, I would like to know everybody who's here watching and who's here in the chat. If a membership was started, would you sign up at the low cost of 99 cents or $2? Just let me know. While I wait for everybody's answers, man, we got a trailer for Echo today. Does not look bad. All 5 episodes they said will drop on January 10th, a day before my birthday. Wow.
Ooh, happy birthday to Dante right there. Hey, Dante, how much was that premium membership again? How many dollars?
For which one?
The more expensive one?
Oh, $2.
Deadpool saying $2. $2. I want my $2.
I see a couple. Like Robert says he sign up. Mark says yes. All right, cool. All right. Well, for those who did answer, and I appreciate your answers. For those who haven't answered, hopefully you say yes, because the memberships will be coming. Not 99 cents or $2, but $1.99. You might have me. Uh, so Robert, I'm so glad you said that because the 99 cents membership is the AOA membership.
If you sign up for the $2.99, whatever it was, $1.99 membership, you will be unlocking from behind the paywall Dante reading to you each individual part of the Age of Apocalypse series comic book, as well as his artistic renditions of it as well.
Please do not lie to the people. Please do not lie to these good folks out here. But no, yes, we started. There will be 2 memberships, 99 cents and $2. That's what I felt was high enough. I didn't want to go any higher than that. I didn't want, and I tried to. If I could do free, I would do free. It wouldn't matter to me. IE has OnlyFans? No, not yet. Now 99 cents. We're still working out what'll get you. $2 one. We'll do special streams with special guests at that point. So anybody who is in a $2 stream, you would actually be. That one's actually called the Goon Squad. So the 99 cents one is the AOA. So there you go. You can blame Robert for that one. You can blame Robert for that all day, every day. But yeah, the $2 one would be like special streams with any kind of special guests that we do have on the show, or if it's just like a special live stream, it's just like, hey, we're just, this is a special live stream, but cool. Let's see. Let me go back here a little bit. Robert says, I give my $2 American for the latest AOA news. Oh my goodness. You go ahead. Yeah, that'd be cool. With that price, I could squeeze you in my budget. That's a strike. Bart says, paywall. IE has OnlyFans. Nah, sorry. Dom says, $5, you get a complimentary Talia Matt card. There is no $5 membership level. If I'm going to charge $5, you're getting the OnlyFans at that point. Bart says, Greg says, Bart, I was looking for a Gundam Universe stuff on stores recently and saw there was a 00 Riser. What the TF? I never saw that in stores. Johnny says, I never signed up for one, but I would for you guys as long as I got to choose any figure in your collection. No, that's not happening. I'm already purchasing stuff as it is. I'm selling stuff on Instagram right now. Like, I'm trying to get rid of stuff. Like, it's got to go. So the stuff I just actually sold was to some friends of the show, and they're actually going to good homes, which I'm happy to see. I did sell my Walgreens Silver Surfer, my extra one. So I didn't think he would go, since everybody ever had, like, most times, like if they had a Galactus, they wouldn't need another Silver Surfer, but he did sell.
They would if they didn't open their Galactus yet.
That is true. That is very much true. I'm surprised. Like, I didn't really think he would sell, but I was like, all right, cool. What else happened? Oh, the greatest and funniest thing happened when I went to our good place, Ollie's. Went to Ollie's on a whim. And it was just wild. Like, they had they had a full, so those I don't know what you call them, Tim, like the aisle racks, like the ones that are in the middle aisle.
Yep.
Those risers, I guess they were called. Like, it was at least stacked up this high. I would say like from this high with G.I. Joe movie figures.
Wow.
Double side.
So many.
Then they had, what was it? What was the other? Oh, now remember? Oh yeah, they did have what was it? The movie collection, Captain America. I said they had the shield. They had that one. Then they had Thor. They had a bunch of Thors. They had some of the Black Panther, Legacy Wave is there, and then what was it? Oh, they had the freaking Fortnite boat stacked up.
I'm on a boat.
Got my Fortnite boat.
He's on a boat. Boats
and they had the full, but they also had the full wave of the controller too.
Nice. Gotta love Ollie's. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, those motorboats have been restocked pretty much everywhere. I saw a very ample pile, as you just mentioned, at my local store.
Mhm.
The Snake Eyes Hasbro Pulse exclusive has been showing up at my local stores as well. The Fortnite
Really?
crossover, which
Okay.
I get how some of the stuff gets there, but the fact that they're getting Pulse exclusives, Hasbro's just dumping stuff. I guess like it's sitting in a warehouse, and the
So
Sergeant Slaughters are showing up. But that
that's what I
shield
was
is
really
still
looking for.
eluding me. That shield, Dante, still can't find it. Took a ride to
Really?
Mount Pocono, which is about a 45-minute ride for me. They had it the day prior.
I'm
Well,
telling
you
you,
let me know.
the one out in it's not King of Prussia. What's that area?
Blue Ball.
No, it's closer to me. Um, it begins with a K, and I can't think of the name of it. Daggone, I can't remember the area. Mm-mm. I'll think of it later on. But that one had like 4 or 5 shields sitting there.
It's either. It seems like it's all timing. Somebody hit me up and said, "Hey," in the comments of one of my Toy Hunt videos said, "Hey, I just saw it there 10 hours ago." I can't think who it was. I apologize, or I mentioned your name.
Mm.
So I took a ride up after work yesterday, and I asked the employee. I couldn't find them. I figured they were gone. Showed her a picture. She goes, "Nope, they're sold out." I said, "Oh, okay." So it's a timing thing. I really feel like, unless it's an Ollie's, it's really like, where nobody's around that's a collector or knows any better. The problem is with
Yeah.
those, the sign even says, what their price is versus Ollie's. So people don't
Mhm.
even know who Captain America is, who are just, people looking to turn things over, might go there and see what it's worth and say, I'm grabbing them, to try to sell
Yeah.
them or whatever. So
Yeah, I think I walked out of there with like a comic, like a graphic novel, another USA agent, and the Fortnite boat. I think that was all I grabbed out of there. That was really like worth it. Um, Other than that, it was just like slim pickings that they had. There was nothing like amazing. Um, their legends was just like I said, like it was surprising that they had the full controller wave there. But I was really hoping for to find another Sergeant Slaughter there by chance. So it was. But why are they like the new Walmart? It's only one cashier that's always freaking open there.
Hmm.
I don't stand that. Like it's always one cashier open. It's like nah, we can't have 2 cashiers open. That'll make too much sense. We'll just have one.
do they have
And
like
then
the
the
help
lines.
yourself section there? Or
What's that?
do they have like the scan it yourself section?
No, there's no alleys that the 2 alleys I've been to have no self scanning. It's just somebody scans it for you, but they always have one freaking line open on a weekend. Like it
Oh,
makes no sense. How do you have one line open on a weekend
doesn't make any sense to me.
and the line is like all the way back in the food aisle? I'm like, come on, like, this is ridiculous.
Dom.
How can they afford? How can they afford a cashier with those low prices? They can afford it. They just choose not to. They just choose not to. Robert says for $5, Dante would give out Rusty Ventures. No, I will not. Bar Greg, I got a hobby shop near me to start carrying Gundams. He gets them from a large supplier on the East Coast, and he will order anything I want. Very nice. And he says you're lucky. Megan says, "Sorry guys, I caved in and about CM Punk. Yo, let's we have to agree on this. AEW Collision was better when CM Punk was around. Because you look at it right now and it looks abysmal. It looks like a wind, it looks like dynamite, and it's abysmal. The numbers that they're doing are abysmal.
Are the numbers that much worse than when Punk was there?
Yeah,
I haven't really checked that. I agree that it's definitely, before it felt unique. It felt like a different
uh,
show. Now it just feels again like Dynamite, round two. I would have a question for Omega Weapon though. Was that the Walmart exclusive Supreme figure that you picked up, or was it one of the other older Punks that you picked up?
if it's Supreme figure, oh, I gotta find that one. I need that one. I
Somebody
need that
else hit me up
Supreme
and
one.
said they saw them. My store hasn't gotten them yet.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm definitely hoping to get the Supreme as well at this point.
if you see two, if you can give me, if you can grab an extra one, please let me know and I'll send you the money because I do need that one so I complete my collection.
Will do. Yeah, if I see again, usually I get weekends is all bets are off, but typically on a
Right.
weekday I try to check every day because it's local for me.
Right.
Normally I get there before things are gone, so if I see an extra, I'll definitely grab you one.
Appreciate it. Johnny says $5 for OnlyFans. Sign me up. Grace says I saw one box of Controller Wave. Ooh. Bart says my Ollie's finally got Fortnite books 2 weeks ago. Very nice, though. I haven't opened it up yet. Like I have nowhere to put it right now, just because I'm trying to clean up everything and clean up the photo table and everything. So I have nowhere. I have not put it anywhere yet. Stratton says so nice that you guys have owls in your area. It's good, but it's also bad because I have to go to. So for me, it's like two different ollies on literally on two opposite ends of the highway. Because like I don't know if you remember where Granite Run Mall is?
I do
Where it
not.
used to be.
I'm not familiar with the area too well.
The Toys R Us that used to be there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep. I do know where that is. Yes. Yep.
So that Ollie's is in that building, that Toys R Us building, because this is how
Oh.
cheap they were. They didn't take the floor up that says Toys R Us.
That's how you do it.
And I'm really curious, like, yo, like, can I get this flooring? Can you just cut out the Toys R Us tiles and give them to me, and I'll put them down?
That'd be awesome.
But yeah, there's that one, and then there's the other one that's on the opposite end. Like if you go the opposite way from Concord, I guess Concord Pike,
Mm-hmm.
I guess it would be. So there's another Ollie's down that way, but it's like almost going to the Walmart, almost like near West Grove. It's like kind of out that way.
Okay.
Grace says, "Wow, I haven't heard the name King of Prussia in years." Yeah, still a mall out there. Let's see. Bart says, Dante, at Walmart, I go to the automotive area where they do oil changes. That register can ring you up and no lines. They get kind of miffed, but say no to ring you up, but can't say no to ring you up. Well, at least you can do that. Like Ollie's doesn't even have that option. Like there's no automated area to go into to say, hey, can you ring me up and get me out of here?
Unless you're trying to buy one of those 3/3/4 Ray figures from Star Wars, they just say take those. They just take it. Don't stop in a line. Just take 10. Take 10. We don't want them here anymore.
I don't blame them.
That'll be Eternals next year. Like no, just take 5. What are you 10 Icarus? Just take the Icarus and go. Just
like, yo, you want some more? We can get the jump with some more. Just
don't tell anybody you got it at Ollie's. We don't want anybody to know that thing. We should have left it at Walmart.
Now they'd be like, go ahead and tell your only friends you got at Ollie so we can get rid of the rest of them at our other Ollie locations. What's going on, Curtis? It says, same here today, but I got to spend time in line talking to another collector. At least you got to spend time talking to somebody. I'm just standing there like watching people just like Lord have mercy. Like we're trying to ring up a rug and we're having problems with it.
Oh, jeez.
Robert says, Dante, question for you. Can I buy half a Legion's concept from you? I only want the Mythic Legion and not the Cosmic Legion. I'm trying to remember. Because what was the reasoning for that they did the 2-pack for Sunday for Legion's Con?
Beats me. I know they split it. I didn't know if there was an actual reason or that's just how they were rolling doing it.
Okay. Let me think, because I may buy 2. Because I think I did want to keep the Mythic Legion. But let me think. I may have somebody grab me 2 because I'm not going Sunday, but I'll have somebody pick me up the Sunday special.
I just remember last year when I went on Saturday when we were hanging out, when they had was it the unknown one? I think it was Saturday. We walked over and I was like, I'll take 1. And she's like, you mean 2, right? And I was like, no, I just want 1. She's like, what? And I was like, no, I only need 1. And she's like, you sure you don't want 2? So I guess everybody basically buys the maximum. They buy 2. And I was like, no, I'm good. Just need 1. Don't need 2.
All right. She was trying to hustle. She was like, yo, you need 2.
I think I lost Mythic Legion's credibility. Not that I have much already, but I think she was like, nah, you're supposed to get 2. Like, One for
Right.
you and one for you later. Like, okay.
Hey, this guy doesn't want two of them. What? Get him
Get
out of
the guy
line.
out of here. Hey, he took one of the t-shirts from the Cabal. Get this guy the hell out of here. He got one of them.
Exactly. Johnny says, I go to a cashier if I can. Self checkout takes a job away from someone who needs it. Okay, Johnny, I understand that. Truly, I do. But at Target, them lines are long. No matter which one you're going to, self checkout or the person who's ringing them out. I feel like if you're going into if you're going to a cashier line, you got a cart full of stuff. You need somebody to help you check out, which I understand. I'm not knocking that. Me, I'm only getting like one or two things that I'm carrying in my hand. I'm going through the self checkout line. I'm faster than the cashier. And the reason why I say that is because I used to be a cashier. I used to have a job as a cashier in the supermarket when I was younger. So I know how to bloop, bloop, beep, 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 beep. I'm done. I'm not sitting there like, now how much is it? Oh, baby, let me get my coupons out. Nah, I ain't got time for that. Do I have my Target? Hold on. Let me find my app on my phone. And they got to go through like 3 pages of apps to find the Target app because they don't know where it's at. None of their apps are organized in alphabetical order. Like that's something that's special to them. Like, ooh, I never knew this. Then you got to wait for them to scan it. And then like, ooh, well, this said it was on set. Nah, I don't have time for that. I just want to get my stuff and go out. So that's why I go through the self-checkout line. That's the
Then
only
you have
thing.
me. You have the Mexican standoff that is me at Target. When I ring up an action figure and it comes up not in the system. So then I'm standing there scratching my chin going, okay, the person in charge of self-checkout, do they look like they care? Like, are they just going to come over and beep, boop, beep, and just put in $5? Then I'm looking at them scanning, like watching the actual, other sections where there's people. And I'm like, who looks like they care the least about their job? Because that's the person who's cashier I'm going to. Because they're going to be the one that looks at me and goes, what do you want it for? And I'm like, $5, $7.59, and beep, boop, beep, and they pop it in,
I just lay on a smooth charm. I didn't know how much it was. And
I usually go with the last time I was here, it was on clearance for like $6.59, and gee golly whiz, I don't know, and and then it comes down to the Grail night from Indy, where it's like, did I choose wisely or poorly? Because when I see them take that phone out and scan it, I'm like, it's going to be full price on the friggin' website. I'm not taking it.
See you out here pulling Ned Flanders, Oakley Dokley.
A couple of times, like when they scanned it, it came up full price. I was like, I don't want it. I saw it, and then sometimes there's like, you know what, whatever. Are you going to return it? No. Okay, then here, take it on the clearance. All right, thank you. Have a nice day.
Basically.
See you at Starbucks.
Omega says, heck yes, the Supreme. I did not know they were expensive on eBay. Well, yeah, since he's gone now, yeah, I can only imagine. What's going on, phone form? It says, happy Friday, nerds. Greg says, two of the three Eternals, AOA, MOM, Legacy BP waves are everywhere. That is very true. That is very, very true. I was going Laser Pen says, that's why they have good stuff cheap. That is Ollie's. That is the Ollie's motto. Oh, Johnny said meant to say always. Don says, alert, the spot is on clearance for $15 on Pulse. I did see that. I was tempted to buy a third spot, but I did not need a third one in my life.
Army building spot.
All right. The spots everywhere. I see spots before my eyes. Phone for says, Ollie's is 50 minutes away, just far enough to pay full price. Wow. Don't do it. Grace says, Dante, it's Walter the Mad. All right, I'll double check. I'll check again. But yeah, Rob, I'll let you know. Bart says the Ali cashier stole my credit card number last month and sold it to one of those dark websites. Luckily, my Amex took care of it, and that store dude no longer works there. Daggone, Bart! Like, what's going on at your Ollie's? They stealing credit cards over there? Like, yo, let me get this guy's credit
Public
card.
service announcement: only pay cash at Ollie's. Cash money, homie. Cash money.
You make sure you break out like the card that nobody wants to steal. Like you break out the Amex, they'll be like, oh, he's got some money. You break out the Discover card, they'll be like, oh, he might be broke.
I see that Payne's Toy Samples just mentioned he got 4 Crimson Guards and 2 Dusties in his Arena for $38. That's how you do it. That's how you knick-knack right there, sir. That's how to do it.
Exactly. Greg says Target, go back to electronics and check out as long as there's not many in a card. Oh yeah. That's a slick way to do it. I like to be at the front door with the self checkout, so I can just dip out of there real quick and get out of there. 'Cause people, I can't people anymore out in public. Like going to stores anymore, just people. It just too much. It's just too much peopling for me. Don says I can confirm that as fast. I've seen him run. Oh goodness. Let's see. Phone forms. Unless Target's give me a discount, I'm not checking shit. Let's see. Yo, first like I got American Express Platinum. That's why they stole the car number. Like, yo, he got some dough. Get him.
While we're talking cards, I'm curious who has the Target Red card, whatever it's called. I've said for 3 years I was going to get one, or at least do the debit option where it's like not a credit card but a debit you set it up for, because I guess you get like 5% off all purchases. So let me know in the comments, is that worth doing? Because I've kicked it around and still haven't pulled the trigger. So
I think it's better when you have that. If you have the Target card and the Target Red card, and you have the app too, because it kind of combines both, so it does make it a little bit worthwhile. Don says more story. Don't tell them round numbers. Robert says a Target employee sold me a Cobb Vanth and Cad Bane 2-pack for $24.99 today. It's not in the system. It was not in the system. Shoot, that's a deal. I would do that.
Yeah.
Bart said, he's talking to Greg. Hey, look, it's RG. Hey, what's going on, Art?
Art G, congratulations on 2,000 followers on Instagram, sir.
Yes, indeed. Congrats, sir. Congrats. Yep. Oh, yeah, we did that one. What's going on, Happy? How you doing? Pains 27 said custom fodder. And then Robert says I got 3 Cock Soldiers, 2 Masterverse Battle Cats, and 4 sets of twins for Classified, all from Ross. I went to Ross and they had like Art's been finding his videos. What's his name? You know who I'm talking about, Art, the one you've been finding all the time. I can't think of his name now off the top of my head.
From Star Wars?
Basketball player.
Basketball
player.
LeBron James?
Sorry. No, not LeBron. Gannis.
I know. Yeah. Our Marshalls had him and Joel Embiid is where I found them at Marshalls, not at Ross.
Okay.
Well, I'm thinking of it too. Also, congratulations. I think it was Ryan hit 5K on YouTube. Congrats for that as well, sir. I'm throwing congrats out there. But yeah, those NBA players are showing up at Marshalls. Some of them are showing up, I think, at Ross. But Dante, I don't do Black Series, sir.
Mm-hmm.
However, little preview, the next toy hunt. They had about 6 of the Credit Collection Dark Troopers on card for, I believe it was $5.99. And if you're a Power Rangers collector, get your butt to Ross, because they had the freaking Piranha guy, the Piranha Monster, for like $5.99. They had Red Rangers, Green Rangers. They had so much Power Ranger stuff going on at Ross. They were all like $5.99. So if you're a Power Ranger or a Star Wars person, probably check a Ross, because you might find some gold there.
There you go. Let's see. Art says the Target card is good to have. Happy says yes, I have it. Yes, it's worth it. And he says yes, it goes with the app. Let's see. Don says someone stole my Amex once and immediately tried to charge $9 million for a company in Japan. Amex was like, obviously this is fraud. Wow.
Yeah, I would say so.
Happy says not only do you get 5% off, but you also get free shipping. Equine says the same thing. What's going on, Equine? How you doing? It says 5%. It's 5% off and free shipping off for the card. Yes, Art says Gannis. That's who they had. Gannis. But they didn't have Trey or Embiid. I was looking really for Embiid, honestly. So I can just have him on my desk at work, since I work in Philly and it's a Sixers town, Art says, can't wait to see you beautiful people this weekend. Can't wait to see you again this weekend, Art. Seeing you at New York Comic Con. Can't wait to see your beautiful, fluffy hair, beautified. You know how Art G is. His hair, he's like, yeah. He's so always like, I got that money. I'm rich.
Before I get to ask, Dante, will you be there on Saturday?
Yes, I'll be there Saturday.
And Art, will you be there? I'll be there Saturday, probably not Sunday. That's why I'm trying to see who I'll see on Saturday. I know a lot of people are coming in from all over the place, out on the West Coast and
Yeah.
everything, but hopefully a lot of people will be there on Saturday, if not the entire weekend.
Yeah, Unboxing Art will be there as well. I was on with him this week, so he's going to be at Legion's Con as well. What's going on, Yo Joe Jerk? It says yo. Art says, yep, Parentis head was $6.99. The pig was $5.99. So many Rangers and Zeo Cox for $5.99 this week. And Happy says, I am a Power Ranger person, but because of that, I already have these figures they have at Ross. Art says, both days, my table.
Oh, shoot. That's right, Art. I'm sorry. You'll be next to Carver Customs, I believe. Right, Art?
Yep.
You guys are the same neck? Yeah.
Yeah. And Dom says, it's next weekend, right? Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Daggone. Greg says, Art put so much product in there to protect his hair is bulletproof. Lord have mercy. Oh, my goodness. All right, folks. I'm trying to think anything else happened this week. Unfortunately, I had the passing of Richard Mall, and also Luke Perry. No, not Luke Perry. Matthew Perry.
Don't forget Bobby Knight.
Yeah, Bobby Knight, which was like a super surprise. Just to throw a chair on a basketball court. But yeah, unfortunately, they all passed away. Richard Mall, if you don't know, was Bull on Night Court, for those who are old enough to remember. But also did the voice on Gargoyles, Mighty Max, and Two-Face from Batman animated series.
I did not know that.
Yes. So, unfortunately, they passed away. Daggone. This is sad.
I feel like it's every week we have like a memento thing where we're going on talking about deaths, because so many cool people have been passing away this year. It's nuts. Like every week somebody's RIP. It's really crazy.
Always this time of the year. It's just wild. It's always this tough time of the year. Mm-hmm. It's like a certain part of the year, like people started just dropping, like, and it's just wild.
It is.
Oh, trying to think of anything else that may have happened this week before we get into toy news.
You mentioned earlier, I just wanted to chime in real quick. What's up, Pac? You mentioned the Echo trailer. So
yes,
I didn't even know until maybe 7:30, and I was like, shoot, I better watch this for the show tonight. So I like the fact that they're dumping out all the episodes at once. I think that the Kingpin we're seeing in the trailers is the Kingpin we wanted in the Hawkeye series, and that we're hoping we get in the Daredevil series. I saw him in the white suit. We saw the eye patch, for obviously the future ramifications of the end of the Hawkeye series. And also Loki. I watched the new episode of Loki before the show.
Yes.
Did you see it, Dante? The new one?
I did see that. It's good. When I went on Reddit, somebody had like a good theory on it, which was like it kind of made sense. I won't ruin it for anybody who hasn't seen it, so I won't say that. But it does kind of make sense. I think there's only two things I really watched. Actually, there's three things I really watched that are really good. Excuse me. The Fall of the House of Usher. If you haven't watched it on Netflix, that is really well done. And then if you are an anime fan, watch Heavenly Delusion on Hulu. Very good. And then once you watch it, go read the manga, because the manga is even better. And then what else did I watch? Oh, I watched Scavenger's Reign on Cinemax. It's on Max. Not Cinemax. This is called Max now. But that's also pretty good as well. So yeah, there's some. If you're looking for something good to watch, there's four things right there: Loki, Scavenger's Reign, The Fall of House of Usher, and what else did I say? Oh, Heavenly Delusion.
And I would add, even if you do not partake in the holiday of Thanksgiving, the giving of the thanks, if you like comedy and cartoons, please, I beg of you, watch every Bob's Burgers Thanksgiving episode. They are an absolute friggin' delight to watch. Even if you don't watch Bob's Burgers, if you just like animated comedy, every single one of them is so good. An Indecent Thanksgiving Proposal, Dawn of the Peck, all of the Bob's Burgers Thanksgiving episodes are just a absolute joy to watch. So check them out. They're on Hulu. Probably the only place to watch them nowadays, unless you catch it on like Adult Swim or something. But they're just so good. So even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, it's just good, wholesome family cartoon fun to check out Bob's Burgers.
Yeah. Omega, that is good. Yeah, I know it came out. Onimusha came out, but I haven't watched it yet because also today, Invincible season 2 dropped as well too. So there's that as well. So there's a lot of good stuff. Greg, what does Kingdom Ruin come on? Is it Hulu or if it's Crunchyroll? I'm not subscribing to it. I refuse to subscribe to Crunchyroll. If it's on my Plex account, I'll watch it on there. I'm not subscribing to Crunchyroll.
And Dante, I have to do this out of just morbid curiosity.
Yes.
I'm not taking any pot shots, but I'm curious. So I got to ask. Anybody who plans to go see the Marvels opening weekend, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't care and you're not going to see it, put a 2 in the chat. I'm just curious.
It's going to be tough because a lot of us are going to be Allegiance Con.
I'll tell you what, then we'll make it a 2-week window. If you're going to see it the first 2 weeks, let's just say screw it, see it at all. If you're going to see the Marvels at all, put a 1 in the chat. If you're passing on it, you want nothing to do with it, put a 2 in the chat. Because I heard things are not looking good except for maybe a cameo at the end. So I'm just, wow, lots of 2s out the gate. Whoa.
I already know what's going to happen, so I'm not going to ruin it for anybody.
Ooh, yeah. I haven't heard anything about the ending of it yet. So, hey, James, what's going on?
I already know.
This might be one where I just want to know afterward. This might be one where I just want to be told because I don't think I'm going to go see it. I like Nick Fury. I really like Nick Fury a lot, but I don't know. I don't think I can do it.
No, it's next week. Yeah, it's next week. That's what I thought. No, it's not today. It's next week.
Yeah.
I won't ruin it for anybody, so I'll wait till when everybody doesn't care anymore. What's going on, Ratface 44? How you doing? Yeah, I heard this one I think is the shortest. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is one of the shortest movies out of all of them.
I've heard the same. I think it's like under an hour. Like, is it hour 44, hour 42, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real short, and I heard it went way over budget. Like it might have been like 230 million or something. They said out the back door for this one.
Yeah, it doesn't. So I'll say this: it doesn't sound bad when you read it. Now, how it portrays on the screen is a whole different thing. But when I read it on Reddit,
I was gonna say, was it on Reddit?
Yes, when I did see a leak of it on Reddit, it wasn't bad, but how can I put this? Like, I would probably still give it a chance in the theater. That's just me. That's just my feeling on it.
I know nothing to what Dante is referring to. I'll just add my 2 cents to the topic. I kind of feel like anything short, because they're making a big deal now publicly about this cameo at the end. I kind of feel like anything short of a Deadpool or an X-Men related cameo, people will probably riot and be pissed off because I think that's the anticipation level. Like if it's a big cameo, everybody's looking forward to Deadpool coming out, unless it's something X-Men related.
No, see, I can't say anything about that either because I know about Deadpool. I would say this: it is not any of those related things.
Ooh, no. See, that's knowing that I'm less inclined to go.
It's leading up to something else.
Okay.
I can tell you that for sure. It's leading up to a comic book team.
Okay. I have an idea where you're going with that then. So it's not, I'm going to get killed for this one. So they're not going to show just 10 minutes live from the Jonathan Majors trial at the end of it. That's not going to be the post credit. Okay.
No. And there's a lot of, the way Loki's turning out. It could be either it could be Kang at the end, or it could be a whole different villain.
Ooh, there's so much. We can go so many directions with that. I have to say, because we weren't on last week. Art didn't see it. Okay, I'll be vague. Non-spoiler comment for last week's Loki. The ending to Loki last week, the final 5 minutes of it, was one of the coolest, funniest moments in the MCU in a long time. I know Art just said he's only on episode 3, so I don't want to ruin it and spoil it. But the final 5 minutes of last week's episode, Dante, you know what I'm talking about. If you saw it, you know what I'm talking about. Was literally awesome and hilarious combined. It was. I'm laughing just thinking about it. It was so well done. That last 5 minutes.
First, stop going to these Dollar General stores and is searching for toys. You can't have time to. You have time to watch it. Let me see what we got here. Here we go. Let me go back up here. All right. Art said isn't it released today? No. Next Friday. Robert says, "Oh hell no." Art G says, "I still want to watch it." Yes, we did say that. Trey says, "Zero interest in the MCU film." F1 says, I'll fall asleep to the Marvels on Disney Plus. RG says, "I can't wait for Plex." Yeah, same here. That's why I might wait for it on. Strine says the post-credit scene is also pointless. Strine, you already know then too. Like you already know what it is as well too. But it does lead to a comic book team, so who knows where he goes with that. Anon says, "Can I put multiples of 2 to express how uninterested I am?" Greg says, "If Marvel's used Marvel connected family beyond Carol and Kamala, I would be interested. MCU hasn't used Fela, Janice, or Teddy. Actually, they did in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Bart says, "If Nick is happy, is he still Nick Fury? If Nick is happy, is he still Nick Fury?" He's still Nick Fury. And from what I've seen,
even when Nick's out, Nick is in.
Exactly. Avenger 78 says, "Not watched any of Nick yet. Need to check out Loki. Was too busy finishing Breaking Bad." Yeah, I heard it's good. I haven't watched Breaking Bad either.
Me either. That's, you know what? Just this past week at work, one of my coworkers, we were talking about it. Something else, another series, can't think what it was, but they were like, "Yeah, it's like Breaking Bad," and I was like, "Yeah, I've never watched it," and they were like ready to kill me. I was like, "I'm sorry, I heard it's good. One day, maybe, the next lockdown, maybe I'll watch Breaking Bad."
Yeah.
Tizzle's yelling from the other room. She liked it. So Tizzle her. Oh, but for everybody who was asking, in my recent video from Dorney/Toy Hunt, that was Tizzle with me at Dorney in the Fog. People are like, "Is that Tizzle?" And I'm like, "No, it's my other girlfriend." Yes, it was Tizzle. It was in there with me.
That was the clone Tizzle with me. Omega says, "There's no point in the MCU. Gaia is God. She can fix everything." Lord have mercy.
All that needs to be fixed is that plot thread. Like, it's going to open up like, "Oh, by the way, everything wore off. I'm just a Skrull again." That's what it's going to be.
Shrine says, "Your movie's a failure if you're relying on post credit." I don't think they were relying on post credit for this one. I really don't. Yes, James, we are watching Loki. Dom says the cameo is White Vision. Nope, not that. Stride says, "Spoilers, the big bad is Peter's landlord from Spider-Man 2. Stride is Peter's landlord. MCU. John says, "I get what you're saying, my friend, but people need to work. No need to get into a debate. I'm just here to have fun." What happened? Debate about what? I'm so confused, Johnny. Bart says, "Watch one episode of Breaking Bad on my last deployment and was like, nah, not for me. I was kind of boring." I guess. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I watched Breaking Bad 3 times over. Dang, James. Good Lord.
I do know I have bought over the years a lot of Breaking Bad merchandise for friends. Like friends that I know that were into the show, like Spencer's mugs or ornaments. So I've definitely contributed to the kitty on that property in the past, but myself has not watched it.
Great is Fela, who's at the end of the movie. So she is in there. She's very young. All right, let's get into some toy news here. Bring this up first. Share my screen, do this and that. Clickety clock. So I seen this and I was super excited until the only way I found out you can order it. This is the Voltron from the Netflix series. So there's two versions. There is this PX exclusive, previous exclusive version, which comes with special feather parts for Black Lion, is included only in the exclusive version. But you get all 5 lions, all 5 of the weapons, different swords, the shields, wing, and the armor parts for the lions. And then here it is showing what the exclusive parts look like. And then here's the regular version that you can order. Now, the only way to order this is through Diamond Comic Distributors Preview Exclusive or through 1000toys.japan and d4toys.com. That's it. That's the only way to get this.
That's not a lot of options, Dante.
No. They don't give a price of how much it is. Oh, it's $7. Wow. Figure Flick says it's $700. No, I'm sorry. I can't.
If I could make a what do you call it? A needle scratch sound on a record player, I would have just done it right there. We need a soundboard.
Soon.
It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming. But yeah, this is I didn't know it was $700. That's why I was really curious about the price of this. And now that I know it's $700, I can't do it. There's no way. I would love to have this Voltron, but for $700, there's no way.
Dante, you would have to sell off 2 of your adopted children to, well, maybe 1 of your adopted children to pick that up.
Basically. Or 1 Galactus. Big Boy has it on Shrine. Yeah, but $700 is a lot asking for a Voltron. This is ridiculous. Like, I understand it's 1,000 toys, but $700? Like, every Voltron I've seen so far is over almost close to like $400 or $500, and this is ridiculous.
I've been doing something the last recent weeks. I've been realizing I complain a lot about trivial things in my life. You know, whatever. Everybody has a bad day at work. Everybody looks at the news and they're depressed. Whatever, you know, without getting too meta here. But I'll say this: I'm happy. I think I'm happy. I live in a world where people can make a decision whether or not to buy a $700 Voltron, or how much was the freaking Cat's Lair or whatever it was for Super 7, like
$500 or $600. I can't remember.
Again, they're not for me, but I'm like, you know what? Yeah. If things like that are getting made and people are buying them, then perhaps, like, you know, things are okay here. Like, there could be a lot worse, is what I'm saying. If that stuff's on the market, it's, you know, I wake up and I go, okay, there's a $700 toy for sale. The world's still running, which is a good thing to know.
Yeah, and the only because the thing about it is, like, I like Voltron. I have one of the classic Voltrons that they re-release as a toy, and I always miss this one when it was at Toys R Us. That was my, and like I could never, like, it was either they had like 3 of the 4 lions or just like 2 of the 3 of the 5 lions or 2 of the 5 lions there. It wasn't like all the lines together they had. And then if you bought the big one, it was a little bit more expensive. And I was like, I really don't want to pay that price. And like, I forget who else. There was somebody else. Was it Beast Kingdom who did like the metal Voltron, the original looking Voltron, which is great. $600 is a lot. It's asking a lot. Even for this Voltron, I understand it's made by 1,000 toys. I would love to have it in my collection. I think it's great, but $700 is a lot to be given out.
It's a lot of cabbage.
Johnny says this Voltron is still cheaper than a box of Upper Deck Marvel Masterpiece 2022 right now. That is very true. And that's still out of my price range. That's in the price range of other folks who can afford that. That is not me. Stratton says, I agree that the Voltron prices are getting crazy. Yeah, it seems like anytime it's Voltron, it's got like a astronomical price for no reason. Bart says, Dante, steal my credit card. We can get it for free and have joint custody of Voltron. Send me your Amex number.
Yeah, make sure you finalize the paperwork on that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Robert says 700. That price is out of this galaxy, just like Voltron is. Don said, I thought you were going to say you can only get it on the network app. Oh my goodness, that debacle again.
Never forget. I feel like if somebody did a top 10 like epic fails of toy collecting, that network app, just Dante, we have to acknowledge it. The picture that was posted was on an end table next to a plant. I'll never forget. It was A Tizzle's birthday. We were in New Jersey on vacation during the pandemic, and I was like, did they put the figure next to a potted plant? What's happening? And why am I sending it to this app?
That looks so suspicious to me. Like you have it next to a potted plant. I'm like, I'm done. Like I don't know what this is, but I'm done. Like I'm not even going nowhere near this.
But you know what though? I'm looking at it right now. Not that. But the positive spin from that was we may never have gotten that royal blue Hasbro Pulse exclusive Cobra Commander otherwise. And I'm staring at it right now on my toy review table in box. And I like that I own it. So the fact that they botched that, we maybe never would have gotten that variant otherwise. So good comes from bad. Good comes from bad.
That is true because mine's still in the box.
Oh, that was never getting opened. I should have ordered two, to be honest, one to open, one not. Yeah. But now I'm like, I don't need another Cobra Commander open. Like, I'm glad I didn't open one anyway. It just sits there, and one day I'll eventually probably get rid of it. But yeah, good times. Flashback to toy past.
But I guess this Voltron looks amazing. Like, it splits into all 5 lines. You know, each of them had their weapons, and then they have the gear that you can put on top of them. They look great. They're very detailed. It looks amazing. But it's just, man, like I don't have extra $700 just to be throwing out there. Like, you know what? I got extra $700. I want to go ahead and get this Voltron just for the fun of it.
When there's a different, crowdfunding thing every other weekend, it's kind of hard.
Exactly, and that's the thing. Like, there's so much crowdfunding stuff out there. I'm like, oh my goodness, like, what's the next crowdfunding thing that's gonna come up and hit me? So on to Mezco. We did talk about King Conan last time, didn't we?
We did, yes.
Okay. So the newest one up for pre-order is Gangrene States Theodore Sockcutter, Bag-Headed Butcher. So looks like we got some new accessories with him, and he glows in dark. And he has light up eyes on him. 6 interchangeable heads with light up feature. And let's see what else we got here. We got 14 interchangeable hands, 2 top hats, and a bowler hat. Hey, there, governor.
Gotta have the bowler hat.
Yeah. Bag opens a story head. Light up lantern features light up function. Head fits in the bag. Bloody executioner's axe, pickaxe. Is that a valet? Is that how you pronounce valet? Opens for storage. Head of a saw cutter. Lantern, cane, and shovel. Not only that, you get outfitted with the SAT mask, old world duster coat, an integrated posing wire, a turtleneck sweater, vest, slacks, scarf, and to create multiple display options.
See, I look at this, and I don't Mezco. I have 2 in my collection, but I look at these accessories, which are always exquisite. I see that jacket, and I go, that would look great on my Nick Fury Marvel Legend. So when I see jackets like that, I'm like, ooh, like that I have a use for that. Have you ever watched Taboo? I have a use for you. That's by the way, anybody ever watched Taboo on FX? It's a great freaking show. Dante, Taboo? No?
Yeah.
You gotta watch it, man. I know it's very random. I apologize, but so good. It's such a good show. But yeah, the accessories are always just so exquisite with these things. It's just a matter of, are you willing to pay, the asking price if you just want the stuff that comes with it?
Right. Yeah. And like I said, when I was talking with Art on Wednesday, I was like, I just want the sack mask off of this. That's all I really want from this character is the sack mask and the lantern. That's the only thing I would need. I don't need Theodore. I don't need Theodosius over here. I don't need Theodosius. Also, too, on update of news, looks like they're going to ship out Roadblock next. So be on the lookout if you did have Roadblock ordered like I did. He is next to be shipped out, and I'm going to probably be selling my Roadblock because I don't need him.
Yep.
I can't collect two sets of Joe lines. It's just too much.
Especially in the same scale. I mean, that's it's funny you mentioned this because just in Walmart earlier today on a toy hunt, I saw the Super 7 Cobra Commander and Bat for the Super 7 Ultimates. And I know the articulation, blah, 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 whatever. But at least if you're going to collect two lines, I can see doing two different scale size figures. But if you're doing, 1/12 for both of those, it's like, I don't know how you make that work on your shelf necessarily.
Yeah, it's tough. It's like having like all the turtle lines and like everybody's like, yo, I got all these 20 different turtles.
Exactly.
Something that was revealed also a couple weeks ago. It was Amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Winter Soldier. He does come with the classic mask over the eyes, like the comic. So he looks good. Just not for me. But I'm sure he's pretty good for those who like Robotech and big Marvel fans and like these kind of figures where they have like these poses that they can get them into. So yeah, I mean, it says it will be released. Details will be released later at a later date. But we did get a couple. There was a couple pictures released of him with different alternate heads that you can have on him. Dom says, "I'm ready for Mexico to give me crap about my credit card getting Roblox charges." Oh my goodness,
That's always so annoying. I had the same issue with I think it was Constantine, where I guess it's like something with your address and your card and like doesn't match up, or I don't know. I had the same. I was like hyperventilating. I wouldn't get it. So I feel you, man.
he's one of those figures I already had. I paid in full on, so I was just like, okay, cool. Like it was already paid in full, so I was like, all right, I ain't got to worry about it. I just got to worry about selling it now when I get it.
Real quick with the
I'm
Winter
not even-
Soldier too, Dante.
Mhm.
For a while, I'm a huge Winter Soldier fan. I love that run by Ed Brubaker. That's one of the best runs in Marvel Comics history, as far as I'm concerned. So for a while, I was all in. Like every Winter Soldier I can get my hands on, I would. Marvel Select, Legends, whatever. Atizzle for I think my birthday one year picked me up the I'm blanking on it. They come with like the orange effects, like a rock effect. Mayfex, I think it was maybe. It was Mayfex, but eventually, or no, it was. I'm blanking on the company name right now. Anyways, it was an import, but even I'm at the point now where I'm like, I gotta stop buying Winter Soldiers. Hasbro gave us so many. Select gave us a bunch. It's just you get to the point where you just have too many of the same character, unfortunately.
Exactly. Strider says it's very tempting to get that Revoltech Winter Soldier.
Figuarts. It was Figuarts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Figuarts.
I had the Figuarts MCU Infinity War one where he looks kind of like not human, kind of.
Yeah, I know which one. Yeah, the caveman.
Yeah,
caveman look.
Caveman. Yep.
Dom says I gotta sell my Snyder Cut box when it comes in. Hey, what's going on, Chris? It says Ed Brubaker wrote the best Captain America of this century for sure. I agree with you with that.
Yep.
Equine says SH Figuarts, and Bart says Tim, I did the same thing with War Machine. I finally had to say, okay, I had enough of him.
Yeah. Eventually, we all got to stop taking chips out of the bag. You got to leave
Exactly.
leave some Pringles in the bottom of the tube. It's
we'll go over this. This is the Sideshow Venom Spider-Man figure 1/6 scale. Looks pretty good. Looks kind of looks basically accurate to what it looks like in the game. But dag, is he tall? Good lord.
That looks ridiculous. This is from the game. Is he scaled that big in the game compared to Spider-Man?
Yeah, he is taller than Spider-Man in the game.
Wow, that's 12 feet tall.
But most time he's like hunched over.
Whoa.
But yeah, like he is that tall. And it looks like you get two different head sculpts. Let's see. Get the little tendrils on the back and the arm.
That's next level right there.
Yeah, look, he doesn't even fit on. He can't even stand on the base. He's so tall.
Yeah, that's excessive. It's excessive.
This is but he looks good. Like I didn't think he was that tall than the other Spider-Man figure, the other Spider-Man sideshow figures. This might be one of the tallest figures I think I've seen him do.
It's large. It's large.
Looks like 3 different head sculpts you get with it though, because there's a tongue and then his like open mouth.
I mean, it looks very detailed, which is cool. It's just,
Yeah.
I mean, again, where's it gonna go?
Oh, so it's 3 stylized tongues and then 2 different head sculpts. Okay. Oh yeah, I would have no place to put this.
Real
No
quick,
place.
Dante. Hey, Bart, thank you, sir. We appreciate you serving as well. Thank you.
Later, Bart. Have a good one, man. But yeah, he would have to go on the coffee table next to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like I could not put him on top of Detox because the ceiling's down here too low. But that's right. I forgot about thank you, Equine. I forgot about the Hulkbuster. I really forgot about that. That might be the biggest one. Like one of the 2 biggest. I think these might be the 2 biggest figures that they ever did. Did we talk about Janet Van Dyne?
Yes. Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We talked about her. Yeah, because it was in regard. We had a whole conversation about like whether or not we felt like the upcoming figures should help justify buying the HasLab, and obviously it all worked out. So
yeah. If you are in Jersey, December 9th and 10th, on the 10th, they're actually having a Legends Con on that Sunday. New Jersey Collectors Con is having their first ever Legends Con that day. I'm really curious to see what they have on like at that show. But it is in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, at the Holiday Inn. So if you are in the area or want to go down and check it out, it is December 9th and 10th. The 9th is the regular show, and then the 10th is the Legends Con.
So that would be that is my birthday weekend. So perhaps I will be asking A Tizzle to drive us to Cherry Hill that Saturday.
Well, Saturday is the regular shows, and then Sunday is the Legends show.
Sunday is okay.
Yeah. And so me and my buddy were talking about it, and we were like, so like which day should we go? Like, should we go to the regular on Saturday or just check out and see what it's like on Sunday? It's just like I don't know. I was like, we can check out.
A Tizzle screaming from the next room said, "It is my birthday," so she confirmed I was aware it's my birthday. and secondly, we're going to Phillipsburg. I'm currently going on a train in Phillipsburg for my birthday, so I don't think that had to do with my birthday, but I'm sure it'll be fun.
There you go.
So if you're looking for me at Legends Con, I will not be there, but if you want to ride a train in Phillipsburg, let us know. We'll send you links for the tickets.
Whatever. Boxer says, "Can we get disavowed ring light, please? I want to see his sexiness lit up."
Art, it's the fact that I'm even showing my face in public is a very far cry from several years ago. So, I would say if you want to see me in a fog background, check out my Thorny Halloween Haunt videos. Yes, I stay in the shadows. It's kind of my thing.
Like Lamont Cranston, the shadow. Equine says, "I do my Costco shopping in Cherry Hill. I guess I'll stop by." There you go. Hey, a good reason to stop by. Toddy Mac finally released a regular Wonder Woman for the folks. Man, took a couple years and months, but he finally did it. He finally did it, folks. He finally released a regular Wonder Woman.
It came with a Toddy Mac commemorative quote on the back, and the quote was, "This won't sell." Toddy Mac. His words, not mine, before I'm getting killed in the comments, by the way.
That is very true. That's probably very true.
Art, the thong background is the OnlyFans page. This was a fog background.
Chris said, "I got sent to Cherry Hill this past summer to sell some switches. Sure wish they had the show then. They usually have a show in August. No, wait a minute, is it August or June? I can't remember. I think it's like June or July. So between June and August, they have a show. Uh, Art says he didn't look at that knee. uh, this was a kicker. McFarlane, a DC Multiverse Lobo with Space Hog. McFarlane just released new images of the upcoming DC Multiverse Lobo with Space Hog, Gold Label, Amazon exclusive. You can pre-order it October 27th at Amazon, which is really weird. Why is it Amazon exclusive? This is probably one I would have got just for the hog, because I have the Storm Collectibles logo, which I'm fine with, which actually moves.
I'm getting again. I haven't seen too many pictures of that hog, but I'm getting almost like Cosmic Ghost Rider vibes without that like front piece on it.
Yeah,
Just very
well,
kind of similar design.
Yeah, Lobo. I'll say this: so Lobo was around before him, so this.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I can. I almost want to get this, but then it's like I don't want to be stuck with this Lobo figure though. That's the thing. Like I would just, if it was the Hulk by itself, I would buy that.
We could always talk afterwards. Anybody's watched my reviews, all 7 reviews I got in a toy review. Just kidding. It's like 14, but I do every single time pretty much include my, sorry, Dante, McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Big Bad Mother Fragger Lobo figure, which I do actually like. It doesn't move great, but the fact that it stands like on my Dio looks kind of cool. So I do like the Lobo I already have. So I'm kind of in the boat where if I didn't have that, I might actually get this, but I don't know. We'll see. Oh, wait. Brian King. Love that comment. Static X head sold me. Love a Static X reference right there, Brian.
Robert says pre-order is still up for a Lobo on Amazon. Did they say how much he was on Amazon? Because I'm not trying to pay all like
$900.
He better not be no $900. He's $70. I'll think about it. I don't know if it's worth it just for the hog, to go hog wild on his hog.
Boss hog.
Then we get the Mafex Daredevil. There's mixed feelings on this with some folks. Some people said they should have used Nightwing Buck for this, but I don't know. I don't know if this is one that I want it. It does come with 3 different head sculpts. No, Dom, not looking for a reason to buy a Tiny Mac figure. That was not the reason. I just want the hog because I have a Lobo already.
This is for art.
But like the gesture hands, like I don't know. What do you say, Tim? What do you think about this?
You know what I think? Go back to that gesture hands photo. This is the first thing I thought of right here. The freaking Black Widow hands.
Yeah.
Very similar. Like I feel like it just, yeah. Unless he's out of his mind or something or other, I don't quite get that.
I can't, like, maybe it's like he's got ringing in his ear, like something's like affecting his hearing.
Right. That would, I guess, yeah, I can see that. But again, like I don't think I'd pay, again, like, is it better than the Marvel Legend? Like,
and see, that's what it comes down to. Like, is it like,
yeah, I'm good with my Hasbro Pulse one. The Billy Club looks better.
Yes.
The Billy Club with like the string attached, that effect looks better. I'm not a big fan of the Legends one. I just feel like it looks very plasticky. This one looks much more just operational, like useful. Looking at those accessories, those look a little bit more superior.
Yeah, they do. They do. They really do. Like just with the cane piece, and then you have like the one that's a little bit more. They probably could flare it out like this here, like this here. So yeah. Chris says it's a play on a cover or a panel of a specific comic. Omega says that the DD reaction communicating with Echo. Shrine says that Mayfix Daredevil looks a little thin. I think that's the complaint too. Like a lot of people are saying it looks a little on the thin side.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
So I don't know. This one, I don't see it selling out, but it may sell out.
Some of the poses here almost look like spasmodic to me. The last one you just showed, like it looked like it was breakdancing almost. Like it didn't like I don't
Like
no, that one looked okay. It was one of the last ones you flipped up there. He was like, kind of like in a sideways standing. Yeah, there you go. Like,
Yeah.
Is that him doing the Thriller dance? Like what's going on here?
like
That
this
one's
fine.
that's not bad.
Yeah.
That looks okay.
Him stand straight, get the profile look.
Different head sculpts are nice, screaming teeth. I like that.
I think so. This is the thing. So I think if Hasbro had like added these these facial features like the head sculpts in it,
Mhm.
I think it would have been. I think we would have been more like saying like the Legends one. We would be fine with.
Oh,
Like if you add these hands. Which other hand did he have? Like this gripping hand. I think if you added those, I think it would have been fine. I in the Legends 3-pack, if you would have added those in there, I think it would have been okay. I think everybody would be like, all right, this is my definitive Daredevil.
Yeah. Well,
So I think we're really
how that game goes though too, because look at Wolverine.
Yeah.
I love the animated Wolverine, the 97 X-Men 97 Wolverine. I love the pinless. I love the headless mask. But again, like they're always going to leave something out, which it's how the business works. That there's going to be something better in the future. So I feel like the Daredevil we got is great, but you're going to get one that's retro carded that has an extra head or whatever. More hands, whatever. It's how it goes.
But I think what kind of sells this one too is the accessories, like his cane, like this. If you can kind of pose like this, then yeah, that really does sell the figure a little bit. Like these two pieces right here sell the figure a little bit more. Like these are not really it. These yes, these no.
Mm-hmm.
So
Agreed.
it is that. Robert says the cane and the wire should have been two separate colors. Yeah, I think if they would have gave like the wire like a kind of more of like a grayish tint, I think that would have been fine. Johnny says, I've never seen Breaking Bad and I live here and I've actually been in that house as a kid. My parents were good friends of the original owners. Oh, nice. Greg says, Stratus, what? I always laugh when I recognize places I know well. Johnny says, the butterfly cuts make it look like he should be displayed standing straight or with the shoulders really pushing forward. Let me see. I want to take a look. Oh, yeah. I can kind of see that. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that a little bit. Let's see what you're saying with it. It says he's due for release in September 24, and he's $94.99. Yeah, that price right there got me.
For what what was the three-pack price? Like 89, 79, something like that from Hasbro?
Yeah.
So you were getting that new Buck with the Daredevil. You were getting the Elektra. You were getting the alternate head sculpts with her, or the weapons, the bullseye. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's again a hard, big ask.
Yeah.
Big ask.
If this was saying like it was a new character that they were doing like Blade or something, then maybe I'll be like, okay, maybe yes, right. I could probably say. And this one. We talked about it. I called it. Star Killer getting a single card release. And what did I say when they were going to do it?
Take away all the
They're
accessories.
going to give you one lightsaber. Exactly. They gave you one accessory and one head sculpt.
Not the much.
I said this. Nope. I said this, and I knew it was going to happen. That's why I jumped on that. There's Pulse one. I was like, yo, I'll take this one. I did order one. I did order another one, Star Killer. I did
Nice.
order this one as well. But I'm just like, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Yep. Good call, man. You got it.
And yeah, at point, I told folks, like, when they first announced that first one, it was going. I was like, "This is it. You better jump on this one because then if they do release it as a single carded figure, you ain't getting nothing. You ain't getting jack diddly." Grace says Dante honestly thought they may have included a single blue blade as well. Nope. They ain't gonna give you two blades. That'd be too much. Megan says, yeah, it skipped on today's reveal of Landry. No, I didn't skip it. I haven't got to it yet. See? No, I didn't forget about it. And then we got another Darth Vader coming out for some reason. Oh, wow.
Thankfully, you know what? I don't even collect Black Series anymore, and I have a Darth Vader. So if you missed in Darth Vader, the last 48 of them, here's another one.
Exactly. Like, yo, like, and it's the New Hope one. Like, at this one, like, man, get out of here. Like, I'm done. You keep releasing the same freaking figures. And another Mando.
And it's not like they are that expensive on the aftermarket either. Like,
No.
I can see, like, again, I've said this in the past, like the Mo 2 problem. Original Mo 2, they didn't put out the core figures enough. They kept building the line out, so kids who wanted, He-Man and Skeletor couldn't get them. So, like, I get if that was an issue, putting out, as many Vaders as you could, but you can find a Vader for a good price on the aftermarket. Why keep putting them out there at retail?
Yeah. Look, Greg, I understand. So the PulseCon one it's a hard price, still a hard sell for the price. But as you can see, what they're giving you compared to the PulseCon one.
Does a Vader need butterfly joints?
That's I was going to get to that. Like, does he really need
I can't think of a scene in Star Wars where he used the Force and a butterfly. Like, again, I'm not a huge Star Wars guy. Let me know if I'm wrong. I'd be glad to admit it. But yeah, I can imagine it makes a difference. Yeah.
Don says, I still haven't got the Mando I have on pre-order. He must be at Target.
Along with
either Target or Walmart.
Along with the Hawkeye Tracksuit Mafia figure, right?
Oh, they pushed that back to, like, it says it's backfilled to, like, next week.
They were on clearance in stores.
Yo, I finally got it. No, you know what? I got an email during New York Comic Con saying they were finally going to ship them.
Unbelievable.
I finally got an email saying they were finally going to ship them. They were like, oh, nope, we got to push it back. Because almost every other day I'm waking up now to, like, hey, prove the delivery date here from us. I'm like, yo, so basically I'm not going to get these.
Unreal. Just cancel it and be done, Target. Cancel it and just own it.
Yeah, exactly. Happy says, can't find my Magic Square Intelligence Officer X box with accessories. Sad happy. I'm sorry, buddy. Robert says there's another Mando coming out already that has soft goods cape instead of a plastic cape. It's also Black Series. See, that's ridiculous. Like, I'm done. I can't. This is why I'm picking and choosing in Black Series. Like, this is why I don't buy every Black Series. This is why I'm not into all of them. Like, that's the reason why, right there. You gave me the reason why right there.
Yep.
All right, on to this. This is gonna be quick because, like, some of these I was kind of passing on. Last Stand Spider-Man. I talked about this with Art on Wednesday as well. This is probably on, like, that buck they did for Miles Morales with the coat. It probably does have an ab crunch underneath that coat. You just can't see it. So I don't know what to say in this. It's Last Thing of Spider-Man. This is not for me. It may be for you. That's awesome. Like this is to me, it's not one of the best looks for him. I don't like this. It's not one of my favorite looks.
Pass.
There you go. There's the old Jack-o'-lantern, and even his leg is bent. Yeah, even his leg is warped.
Dante, I got to take one here. One of the happiest moments of my toy collecting life was the day I sold that friggin' thing on eBay, because I was so happy when I found it, like early, obviously, on in my collection. That thing would never stand. I would put a stand on it and it wouldn't stand. So I had a laugh when I saw them put that on display for the the new one. I was just like, yeah, that thing will never sell in my collection ever again.
But then we got the new one, the brand new one with the moon bounce saucer. And we were talking about this. So I can't remember if this chess piece, this scale chess piece, is from another figure. And I don't think it is. I think this is like brand new sculpting for this.
I think so. The one cool thing I will add, I'm assuming it was intentional, but you know what they say about assuming, of course, that they did put out 2 pumpkin related figures the week of Halloween. That was a good idea. That yeah. I think was solid marketing. So if that was intentional or accidental, I'm assuming it was intentional. Good call. And I know Ryan Ting did mention that on the live stream. He had said about how it was apropos with Halloween going on. So that was a good thought. Because again, these are the sort of figures you can bring out seasonally and fudge them into a Halloween display, whether or not you're a Spider-Man, Marvel Legends fan or not.
Yep. So this is good. I did pre-order this one as well. So this one I was cool with. Megan says that's definitely a new torso. Okay, so yeah. And then it looks like the pumpkin bombs come off of his belt because there's a little nub there. Mm-hmm. So it looks like I don't know if it's just one or all of them come off. No, looks like just the one because these 2 are attached.
Ooh, okay. So I guess like the one he's going to throw versus the other ones.
Yeah. I'll just 3D print me some more ones. I ain't going to really be bothered with it. Then you see his moon bounce spinner. So I should say his moon bounce.
That's great.
Oh, it looks like okay, so it comes apart. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that bottom piece comes off. So yeah, this one I could not grab because it was sold out by the time I went on there.
I got in on this one, thankfully. So, in one of my toy-ins probably 3 months ago or so, I was at a local comic book shop, and they don't carry a whole lot of figures there, but they did have, a detox of some legends, and they did have I think it was the retro card of this loose for like $50. And I was always upset because this did show up at Ross for a very short time, and I never found it there. So I almost bought it at $50, but it was right around, I think, when the Ben Reilly might have been released. So I was like, okay, they're going to put this out on the new buck eventually. It's going to be on that Renew Your Vows. So I'm so happy I passed because I pounced right on this and pre-ordered it like a minute into the pre-order window for non-Pulse members. So very excited to hopefully get this in hand soon.
Super chat from Johnny. Thank you very much. Says, got a Jet and Squad Up in Overwatch 2, but just wanted to show my support and remind you all that you guys are awesome. Be blessed. Thank you. Have a good time, sir. Good time playing Overwatch, because after this, I'm going back to the Call of Duty campaign.
Have fun, man. Have a good weekend.
Robert says, why did they give Jack-o'-lantern a piece of physical therapy equipment? Oh my goodness. I didn't think about it, but it doesn't look like that. Robert says, I'll take the weird hobgoblin looking woman. I'll take the weird hobgoblin looking woman. But yeah, I missed this one. And it was sold out by the time I got there. Because I forgot they even went up for pre-order. So I was like, oh, okay. Oh, well.
I think it's still up on Big Bad, Dante. Because I jumped over and I Hasbro Pulse tends to ship late. So I did order on Pulse.
But I also went on Big Bad and did a pre-order there, and whichever one ships first, I'll cancel the other one. So
Yeah. Well, I'm always hesitant to order in Big Bad because now they're starting to take like reserve on some of the pre-orders.
mhm.
So that's why I'm kind of like really picky about what I order in Big Bad Toy Store
Oh.
because it's like it was like, hey, you know, there's a $5 that would be $5 reserve for. I'm like, oof,
Mhm.
like $5 is not, you know, it's not a lot, but it's like that means
Still
I'm locked
$5,
into
man.
this.
It's still $5. That's
Yeah,
yeah.
but that means I'm locked into it. I can't really like if I cancel it, I lose $5.
Yeah, that's I'm not a fan of that. If you're gonna be charged for canceling, then I wouldn't do it. Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be different if something if it was Mezco because they take 25. I'm like, yo, at this point I'm already locked into this. I'm not. Yeah, I'll just sell it. If I had to buy it, I'm just selling on third market. I'll just sell
Oh
on
yeah.
second market, like whatever. But this looks good. This looks great. Great looking figure. And then they're all for pre-order. And then oh no, it's the same ones. Yeah, it's the same ones. Where's the other ones? They don't have them here. But there were ones that here they are. Yeah, we're gonna talk about this little orphan Annie over here. But we're gonna talk about Tombstone here, who looks amazing. Tombstone looks awesome. Looks very well done. I'm excited for Tombstone. Looks great.
And you get a
Couldn't have done
crowbar.
it better. Exactly. So he looks great. I'm happy for him. One of those best looking ones. Howl's Eve. I'm definitely excited for it. She was in the last storyline of Spider-Man. So, excuse me, not the last one, but the previous, like next to the last one. Right? She is. If you're not familiar with her, she is Ben Riley's girlfriend, and Hobbling Queen turns her into like Howl's Eve.
Yeah, this is one I did not have much of an extensive background on. I don't read Spider-Man books unless it's part of a crossover or whatever to greater Marvel. But yeah, this is one, like I said earlier, where I really considered it because it obviously will look great on a Halloween shelf. The two masks are cool. I know they don't fit over the face, but you can hold the mask, which is pretty neat. So
Well,
there's some
basically,
cool things with this.
the mask, like when she puts them on, they get mind controlled, like by her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's what the masks are. This one was a skip for me. I didn't need this one. This is not something I needed in my collection. But we were trying to debate on this on Wednesday too. Like when like the gunshot is that coming out of his like shooting hand?
It's hard to tell. Is this the last ride one, or is this which one is this?
This is Spider Shot.
Spider
I
Shot.
think this
Okay.
is yeah. This is the one that's like the like Punisher and Spider Man, like that. What if Spider Man became like the Punisher or something like that?
Okay.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. That kind of looks like the smoke's coming out of his like web shooter kind of thing.
Yeah. So this one, I was like, this is not for me. It might be for somebody else, but this wasn't one for me.
If you're a straight up Spider-Verse collector, like you need everything, then yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're just doing like the main like Spider-Man well-known figures, characters, then yeah, I think it's a pass.
Oh no, I didn't mean to click on that. That's not the one I wanted. Here we go. Now this, they did her disservice. This is a true disservice. Who did this to her forehead?
Oof.
Who did this? This does not look like Padme. This is like babyface Padme. It was like a
Yeah.
giant, like a baby's head put on a person's body. I'm
I
sorry.
honestly did not even know what I was looking at until you just said who it was. Again, I don't really follow the Star Wars too close, so.
Yeah, this is supposed to be what's her face? I forget the actress's name now. But yeah, this is supposed to be her, and this looks nothing like her.
Nope.
Looks nothing like her. This is almost egregious as Moff Cosby.
Yeah, that's that. No good comes from this.
Natalie Portman, that's her name. Natalie Portman. This doesn't look nothing like Natalie Portman.
Yeah, they kind of mailed it in for this one.
So I
Ani,
said this on Wednesday too. Uh, don't be surprised if Jar Jar Binks starts showing up and going up in price,
yeah,
because all you're going to see is Annie. That's all it's going to be.
yep.
Somebody who's sitting on the Jar Jar Binks is like, yo, I'm about to be coming into some money. It finally paid off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
all
now
those
that
Jar
you're
Jars
seeing
that were all those Jar Jars that were at Ollie's forever. You know, now those people are gonna start selling them.
exactly. So now you got a reason to have Jar Jar Binks in your collection. There's no other reason why. Now here's your reason why. Let's see. Let's talk about this too here. Like we need to talk about this because this is amazing. The Vamp.
There it is.
Now I thought this was going to come in under a little bit. I didn't think it was going to be 100. I thought I was going to maybe come in at maybe 70, between 70 and $90. 100 still not too bad. You do get a lot of, what's I'm looking for, playability out of it. Actually looks like it has a real working winch
It
too.
does. They actually did show that in the live stream as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so the
I
winch,
missed the live
winch
stream.
does work. Yeah, the winch is cool. Again, like showing the motor underneath the front. I talked about this on Live 705 on Wednesday. I'm passing on most vehicles anymore. You know, considering I passed on both of the last GI Joe HasLabs,
Mhm.
I have the motorcycles. I don't use them for anything. They're on a shelf. They sit there. I forget I own them half the time. So for me, I took a pass on this. It's awesome. It's so cool looking. It's one of several other vehicles we're getting for military figures, which is great. Army builders and everything else. But my personal collection, when it comes down to space and just everything else, I opted to not pre-order this, but it looks really cool. I think it looks pretty awesome. So I'm sure classified collectors are really going to dig it.
Yeah. All right, Axie, happy. Have a good one. Robert says $75 for $25 figure, not bad. Robert says all my cool figures torture Jar Jar. This is a rite of passage. Omega says I'll be trading my Jar Jar for a HasLab. And Brian says some professional figs would be great. Where was that ad? Here you go. Greg says Vamps sadly has a few issues. The top of his head and helmet sit over the top. The hood also has stretch marks. This is at least should be fixed. Probably, yeah, it'll probably be fixed. I'm trying to see where his head, where he's sitting in there. Let me see.
I think it's a good point too. The fact that getting a figure with it, that's putting the Jeep at the Vamp at about 75. So, you ask yourself, is 75 fair for that with the figure? That's where you ask yourself, do you want to invest your money or not? I think that's not too bad.
Yeah, and I did. I got two of them. I was like, all right, I'll get two of them. I can see like a little bit like where you're talking about like the head, like his head comes up. That I can kind of look over. It doesn't bother me too much. Because like if you have a helmet on, it may just reach like the top of the bar. I'm just saying, especially and depending on how tall you are too.
Yeah.
If the dude's like a 6'1" or 6'2" person, yeah, his head's gonna probably hit that bar or go over a little bit of top of it, especially with a helmet on.
For sure.
Brian says bring on a Stinger. Dom says, speaking of G.I. Joe HasLabs, I went on a boat tour in a swamp in Louisiana last week. Got hit in the face by a dragonfly. Oh, Lord have mercy. Louisiana, Bayou. Did you see, what's his name? What was the episode with a Simpsons spinoff, and they were in the Bayou.
Simpsons spinoff.
Remember they had the little spinoffs on the Simpsons. He was like, it was a Big Boy, and little what was his name? And he said, he put an alligator in your bay. It's court. This is send you a message. And they stole Ralphie.
Oh, geez, I can't recall that one, unfortunately.
Oh man, yeah, so, yeah, it was that episode.
But I was on an airboat down in Louisiana pre-COVID. It was pretty awesome. So those airboat rides are pretty legit down in NOLA. Had a good time.
Okay. Grace says we see him better in Tatex pics from MCM. Okay. Brian says Dom, we're in Louisiana, New Orleans. Grace says Dante Roadblock and Sarge are supposed to fit in this vamp. Yeah, I think they probably sit in the vamp. I don't see any issue with that. I can understand where you know what you're saying. To me, I guess once I get it, then everybody's going to do. Once they get it, they're going to do a review and have like almost every Joe that they can try to fit in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they would have made a vehicle that every Joe would not be able to sit in. So I mean, if you got a 6-foot Joe, you should be able to sit in there. Sarge should probably be able to fit in there too, because Sarge is pretty big, as you're saying.
Yeah. So
I don't see it too much as a problem, but like I said, I'll wait until it comes out and see.
I would agree. If Sarge and Roadblock don't fit in there, there was a mistake in the engineering, which I feel like they would not make that mistake, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah. Now, I can see Serpentor not supposed to be fitting in there. Serpentor would not be one of those characters that would fit in there.
Right. Why would he be inside a vamp? Right. I agree.
Yeah. Okay, so Curtis says they said Serpentor wouldn't fit, but some of the larger figures might be maybe a tight fit. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I would think you're using the Joes as your litmus test here, not Cobra figures.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I ordered 2 of these bad boys, so we'll see. We shall see. I think that is it for that. Yeah, Movie Maniacs. I care less about that. Sorry. I shouldn't have said that. It's a great movie. It's just like a piece of plastic statue, though.
I think a lot of people were excited about that Marvel Legends announcement today, or today or yesterday, whenever it actually was.
Oh yeah. Where is it? Let me see. I know
in Italy.
Italy.
Yeah, that's one. And again, shout out to Action Figgy Skinny, who is chilling with his new baby. But I think this is one he probably got pretty excited about.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, let me see if he has it up. Yes, he does. So there it is. It was revealed today that in Italy that we are getting a Lilandra figure. So there you go. It's going to be probably next year, and probably in the X-Men wave, more likely. I know there's been some speculations from David's model behavior. Explain model behavior. I forget. Sorry, I messed up the channel's name. And I know Rectangular also probably says some stuff on this. I try to keep myself hidden because I don't want to know. I want to be more surprised than anything. So I haven't watched any of that just because I want to keep my blinders on and just be surprised when it gets announced.
I will add, I did watch Dan Hughes' video talking about this, and I believe Ryan Ting or Dan Yoon, I can't think who it was, did one of the two. He reached out to him and said, this is not the same head sculpt that came with Mystique as the Walgreens exclusive. So they're not just double dipping and giving you the same head sculpt from the Walgreens figure. Right. Again, the Mystique had that Lilandra with it. A lot of people obviously had used that head sculpt on a Silver Sable body, threw a cape on there and kind of did a makeshift Lilandra as a kit bash. So this is something completely unique and new that we're getting, which is pretty cool. Now,
Robert, that is a good guess. She could be part of the X-Men 97 wave. Or Just gonna throw this out there. If you watch the David Nakayama interview, it could be one of the figures that he's doing.
I will say that I was on here on my channel. We were throwing out possibilities for Series 2 of X-Men 97, and I did throw Lilandra out there. So they're not cell shaded, so there's a good possibility we will get it in that retro, not the retro, but in that carded figure form, which would be awesome. I'd be all about that. So it'd be very neat.
But remember, this is just a digital version, so we don't know exactly what she's gonna look like. This is just a digital version of her.
Truth, yeah.
So it's not. I don't know for sure if it's gonna be, cell shaded or not. That's the thing we have to wait and see.
But this is definitely one way or the other. As long as it's not part of like some sort of crazy multi-pack that that has figures I don't want in it. I will definitely be picking this one up. That's a figure for a long time I've wanted to have in my collection. I never kit bashed one using the other pieces. So yeah, pumped about that. That's a cool reveal. Now we just got to wait and see how it's going to come out.
Now if she comes with Deathbird, I'm down for that.
You know what? Dan mentioned in his video, Dante, how Dan Yoon had said, again, might have been Ryan. I could have been Dwight for all I remember. One of the three from the team had said that they're going to keep building out the figures from that Uncanny X-Men cover.
Okay.
And Deathbird, I believe, was on there. So I thought Deathbird and Lilandra 2-pack, Dante, I'm buying that all day. That'd be so freaking cool.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd be a slam dunk right there if they do that.
All right, folks. The last thing on the docket, Legion's Con for next week. These are the guests we can't wait to see. The Four Horsemen who will be selling their Four Horsemen figures, their Cosmic and Mythic Legion figures. Jeremy Gerard, Joe Viteri, Walter Hagen, the Legion's cast. Some of these other folks I am not familiar with, so please bear with me. Nate Bater, Chris Gorich, our good friend Trevor, 1/6 shooter, Wolf King Customs, Emil Wickman, who made those awesome Mythic Legions from last year that Trevor was able to buy, Joe Vaspello, CJ Ism, I could pronounce that wrong, I do apologize. Christian and Keithlin will be on hand to greet fans. They have done some of the cloth work on some of the Mythic Legions as well. So it'd be nice to actually get to meet them as well. Eric Miller, Dennis Darby, Noble Bear Customs, who we had on the show as well on IE Creators. Finally get to do a meet and greet with them. Let's see, Greg says Dante Shiar Empire / Empress Multi-Pack Lilandra, Deathbird, Dakin, Vulcan, and Gladiator. Do we need a Vulcan and Gladiator though? We already got those two. I would rather see Eric the Red in there.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
And then maybe one of the Starjammers.
Yeah, we have to finish their stat team too.
Yeah. David Williams, Durante Studios, who I'm a little familiar with. I've seen their stuff online on Instagram. Greg, Big Greg, nice to see him as always. Richard Rags Limited, Crash Bot Customs, my good friend over there. The Legion Shop will be there. Our good friend of the show and co-host of IE Creators, Steph Detour Customs, The Toy Forge, Brian Burke, He Mike Custom Creations, Chris Ackerman, Lord Bushti, I could be saying that wrong, Patrick Boyle, Luis Torres, Andy Spix, Simple Tricks and Nonsense. Our good friend Jason from Spiro Toys will be there as well. Drunk Gizmo Customs, Great Hall Game Studios, Matt Rhodes, Eric LeBron, Retrospect Customs, Lone Wolf Labs, another co-host of the IE Creators, Mr. Damian himself, D. Blake Makes, Legion's Lair, Chris Ferron, Mythic Bits, Giovanni Blyden, Noah Pratt, Rich Keiss, Legion's Lounge will also be there. Plunderlings, Ricky will be there. Meta Travelers, and congratulations on their Kickstarter getting back like more than I thought it would get, but man, they blew it out the water. Congratulations to them. I got to meet them and see some of the prototypes, so go check it out on the page. Actually, in the New York Comic Con video that I put up, and also on our Instagram. Empire Toy Shop, Kingpin Customs, Jesse Arnold, Big Head Studios, Paul Customs, Formo Toys, Pete LaRose, Toys and Tunes, Cellar Door Graphics, Chubsy Wubsy. If you haven't checked out Chubsy Wubsy, check out the store. It's very awesome. Great people. Great family-owned shop. Love it. Immortal Collections, Creative Beast Studios, Ideas from Mars, Five Borough Collective, Perry Merle Jr., Fox Forge Toys, Death by Collectibles, Beerman Photography, Fit You, The Geek Out Show, and our good friend who always arrives late, Mr. Art G. He may be late, but he's always on time.
The G stands for great.
Exactly, like Fred G. Sanford. The Euro Legions Podcast, John Caulfield, PL Toy Box Photography, Dr. Grimm Customs, Seb and Amy Customs, Legend of Grayskull and Off-World, CB Mike, another good friend of the show, Brian Carver Customs will be there, who has a booth literally right next to Art G. They'll be next to each other. I ain't got to go far to start trouble. They're right next to each other. Trollhead Studios, Arthur Zorin, Borderland Horde, Dang Studio, Panther Comics, Holly Postable, Khalid Uden, Hal and Zap with Zap Toys, the Fantastic Tanks, Cup Creations, Future Past Customs, The Malignancy, Joba's Palace, Go Figure Go will be there. Nice to meet him in person. Luzcraft, Hexastacks will also be there. Nice to get to see him in person. Dirk's Designs, and Mini Glycon returns as independent creator show. Onel Design, Brandon Barker, Pat Boosie, Jesse Moore, Jeffrey Cappy Field. I was almost say Crappy Field. I'm sorry. Dave Hewley, Justice Destasios, PJ Bartlett, Mark Bodeau, John Kent, and the God Beast. So a lot of people. Like, this looks like more than what it was last year.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. And again, like we said earlier, people from all over are coming to this thing. Twimigos Cheney is going to be there. 80s Baby, believes coming out. We'll see Lago Figs there. Again, people from all Jurassic Jesse, the Jester is going to be there. Just so many people. You know, I can't name everybody. It's going to be a great time just checking in, seeing people that we talk to online that we never see in person, and now we'll have the chance to say hello. And Dante, remind me, put the freaking name tag on my chest this year, because last year I did not partake, and I've been on this channel a lot longer now, but I still need the name tag to feel official. Matthew's probably going to be there.
I didn't have a name tag. I didn't have a name tag last year.
People know you because you're a tall lad, but Matthew, Jay Shot, I mean, it's Hen Rock's going to be there, I believe. It's a lot of people for sure. Four Feathers is going, I believe. So, yeah, it's going to be a cool day.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Greg says, Detour has some cool pieces that he'll have at LegionsCon. Yes, I've seen them. I've seen the pieces that he'll have at LegionsCon. He said, I haven't seen the other stuff. Greg says, okay, anyone has seen those videos biker helmets with Pokemon / bunny helmet covers? One of those for the plunderings would be funny as hell. No, I haven't seen those. And he says name tags helps a lot. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
For sure.
But yeah, I can't wait. I was excited for New York Comic Con, but I'm super excited for LegionsCon. I can't wait to get there and see everybody who didn't make it to New York Comic Con, who's making it out here. And we'll probably do a live show on. Probably won't be through us. Probably through Matthew doing it as well. But yeah, I cannot wait to get to see everybody hang out, see all the great stuff that everybody's created. Try to purchase some pieces out there. Hopefully, I know, Lone Wolf Customs would be out there. So I'll try to get some dials from him. I did miss last year. I wanted to grab some stuff from him. Anything you're really looking forward to, Tim?
Just seeing everybody. You know, I do dabble in my Legions and, you know, obviously my figure Obscuras, but after going last year, it was just so cool meeting so many people for the first time. I did not have the opportunity to go to NYCC, so a lot of people that went there I couldn't meet up with. So Very much looking forward to also supporting Carver Customs and Archie and again, D Blake Makes and just all the people we're friends with that have tables. It's just gonna be a great time seeing the community, hanging out, talking. I'm gonna try to film some interviews there for Convos for Just About Action Figures. It's been a while since I followed up with some interviews on there, so it's gonna be a lot of fun just seeing people. I'm looking forward to hanging out and just being together as a group. It's rare we get to do that. It's only a handful of times per year where all of us are in one room together. So it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. Fort Feather says phone is on charger. Yes, I'm going. Bought my online tickets passes last week. Dom, yes, Lone Wolf has great affordable deals. I'm going to rate his table. Yeah, we're both going to be there because I gotta get some dials from him too because like his dials are amazing for the prices that he's asking for. They're just ridiculously great for that price. So I can't knock that.
And Dom, don't think I left you out, man. I mentioned you earlier in the show. I'm looking forward to seeing you too. So I tried to run through as many names as I could, but looking forward to seeing you too, man. I mentioned it earlier in the opening section, the A block.
Yeah, like it's like great. Yeah, Durante Studios has a lot of they do a lot of good stuff. So yeah, I can't wait to see what they have. I can't wait to see what everybody has like different pieces, especially for the Cosmic Myth, Cosmic Legions. Excuse me. Cosmic Legions that are out, so I can't really wait to see like what people have on display that can be purchased to make the Legions even more, and then hopefully I can grab because I missed out on the pre-orders for the Series 2 of Legions, Cosmic Legions, so I hopefully I can grab those while I'm there too. Can't wait to see everybody, especially meet Four Feathers because I've never met Four Feathers face to face. I think there's a lot of people. I think I met almost everybody else in face to face. But yeah, I can't wait to just hang out with everybody and just have a good time and chill and relax and just enjoy the moment.
For sure.
All right. You got anything before we get out of here, Tim?
No, I think I'm good. Again, just this about action figures here on YouTube, toy hunts, reviews, occasional live stream from time to time. I'm trying to pick up the live streams again, hopefully do some unboxings. I mentioned to Dante earlier, I'm falling behind on unboxing things that if I don't review them, I tend to let them sit. So keep your eye out. Maybe bringing back some live 705 on Wednesday nights, just hanging out, talking figs, opening stuff up, and doing our damn thing, Dante, right?
There you go. I did. So if you haven't checked it out, I did put up the interview with David Nakayama. I did put up New York Comic Con, I guess blog. I guess you want to call it. I didn't really talk. It's just music. Other than that, there'll be no show next week because everybody's going to be at Legion's Con. So, but I'll let you know when when we're all together doing the live show. Trying to think of anything else.
Maybe I'll try to hang out for that one. We'll see. I tend to be an early bird when I leave the shows, but maybe I'll try to hang out and wax poetic about plastic with you gentlemen on camera a little bit that day.
Definitely try to. Yes, try to stay as long as possible. Other than that, I'm trying to think of anything else. No, that's it. That's all I got. So there's nothing else I can think of offhand that in December, IE Creators will be back. We'll be back to our regular schedule on that one. I gotta get with Matthew to figure out when we're gonna do gunplay builds. I'm working on a new shirt for the gunplay builds, so that's hopefully gonna come out soon. And like I said, that's working on the members thing. Hopefully, I'll have that live within this month. And then I was asked to do something special too. So I got to put that video up, actually do that 30-second video. I got to put that together. It was kind of a privilege to be asked to help out with something. So I can't tell you as of yet. So when it's out, I will let you all know. Other than that is all I got for tonight. I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us every Friday that we're live. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. As always, helps us build and grow. And share it with other folks. Let other folks know if you enjoy what you like watching here with us and hanging out with us. Tell other folks. Tell other people in the toy community. It's like, hey, these are a good group of guys that have fun talking about some toys. So, um, that's it. That's all I got. We will see you all live from Legion's Con, and then we will see you the week after Legion's Con to talk about Legion's Con, how good it was, how much fun it was.
Indeed.
So y'all stay safe out there. Have a great weekend. And if you're going to Ollie's, I hope you find all the great Ollie discount deals that you want at great low prices. It is now the fall of Ollie's, or the autumn of Ollie's.
Cheers.
Hey to y'all.